My God, as if it couldn't get any worse. All right, first up for the day, story numero uno. It seems like we have been getting bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news after... You know, the iPhone 14 is on the struggle bus. It is getting down to the wire, and we've been seeing reports of all sorts of different production issues. For one, the iPhone 14 Max, not the Pro Max, seems to be having some major display panel issues and is way behind. And now, the camera is according to Kuo Ming Chi, the cameras on the iPhone 14 are suffering from coding crack quality issues. Are you for real? We are like 2 months from this phone being announced, and the coding on the camera lenses is cracking? What kind of dollar store garbage is this? According to Kuo, the company that supplies the camera lenses will likely take months to fix and correct the issue. So Apple has had to transfer production to another company to try to avoid a very, very, very bad time. Again, I'm sorry, but I don't think you fully realize the significance of this. We are supposed to be holding these phones in this many months, and they are being put together with thoughts and prayers. If this was the only issue that Apple was having with these things, fine, okay, whatever. But you know what? It is not. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is another Applegate, where everyone has issues with their phones and then Max Tech has to make like 18 videos about it. Do you really want that, Timothy? In other news, or whatever, I guess all models of the iPhone 14 are getting 6 gigabytes of RAM, so you know, that's cool. The regular models will have LPDDR4X, and the 14 Pro models will have the newer LPDDR5. But honestly, will it matter if the coating on the camera lenses is cracked and all your pictures and videos look like this? Will it? Sponsor. Oh no, Justin. Are you serious? You really thought that browsing in incognito mode would protect you? Without added security, you might as well be putting all of your private data in a cute little box with a cute little bow and handing it over to advertisers, hackers, and your ISP. IPVanish helps you safely browse the internet by encrypting 100% of your data, like passwords, communications, browsing history, and more. Even your physical location will be a secret. Use IPVanish on an unlimited amount of devices without sacrificing any speed. And right now, you can get 70% off of their yearly plan with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just go to ipvanish.com/FPT and use code FPT to get started today. And of course, a huge thanks to IPVanish for sponsoring this episode. All right, welcome back. Listen, last up for the day, story numero lasto. Honestly, I looked for anything else to talk about today, but this is the only thing that is interesting. Speaking of the Max Tech YouTube channel, they had Mark Gurman on. Vadim interviewed him because Mark requested to go. He invited himself, just days after I offered $1,000 to a charity of his choice if he came onto our Podcast Genius Bar to talk it out. How convenient. Anyway, in the video, he mentioned that Apple actually had an M1 Mac Pro ready to go, ready to ship. But then they just didn't. That's right, for whatever reason, oh my God, I just saw myself in the monitor. This is way longer than this. You guys are going to be so upset. All right, there you go. It's fixed. Anyway, for whatever reason, Apple just decided to cuck us. So that's cool. No M1 Mac Pro, I guess. Gurman speculates that, maybe they're just going right to the M2 extreme. Skip M1, go right to M2 in the new Mac Pro. And that could possibly be announced by the end of this year and then ship next year. And remember, The Mac Pro is one of, if not the last Mac to get M1. We are so close to an Intel-less Apple. They just need to pull the trigger on Mac Pro so that I can waste my money and buy it. Now, he thinks it's going to come in 2 different variants. Just as the Mac Studio comes with an M1 Max chip in the base model, he says that the Mac Pro will have an M2 Ultra as the base, and then another variant with the M2 Extreme inside of it, which is going to be bonkers. 2 M2 Ultra chips inside to make M2 Extreme. Yes, please. I want that. I want it. Give it to me. Thank you very much. And for some reason, people have been tagging me on Twitter and telling me to watch the end of this interview. So, okay.
You think I should continue? I definitely think so, man. Like, 'cause you give us a lot of awesome leaks, awesome sources, and that obviously provides us with like content to make and also like stuff to speculate on. And I mean, you're like the king of chip leaks with all the core counts. It's like, I don't even know how you get that, but it's right like all the time.
Put it this way, I'm happy to give you and your channel and a few other channels, things to talk about. There are a few channels and a few people on Twitter that I'm not so, happy to give material for them to talk about and monetize and such, but, I guess it's the nature of the beast.